What's up, everybody? Just want to say something real quick before I get into today's video. So I was driving and I went to a well, I didn't go to the gas station, but I drove by the gas station and it showed that the prices went down. And why do you think why it got a little bit lower? Because of the stupid election that's going to be coming in November or whatnot. But yeah, so that just goes back to show you how we literally have the ability to drop it anytime we want, but we act like we don't have the power to. You know, it's like I said in the previous past, there's a storm. There's nothing we can do about that storm. That storm does what it does. Mother Nature's Mother Nature. We have no control over that. But this is all human error. This is all a human thing, you know. And we act like, oh man, the inflation's really getting us bad. Meanwhile, we're allowing it to ourselves, you know. But anyway, just goes to show you how meaningless this society truly is, man, you know. But anyway, let me get into today's video. Love you all, guys. What's up, everyone? So, drugs. Why people do drugs? Why do people drink and get wasted? Now, there's a whole bunch of reasons why. Literally, there's a whole combination of reasons why. You know, it could all definitely start with the rat race, you know, financial problems or whatever pain somebody's in. They'll drink, well, they'll do drugs, whatever drugs it might be, to try to numb the pain that they're in, you know. It's literally so many reasons why people do drugs. One reason, let's say somebody seen something tragic happen in front of their face, whether they seen a friend died, or let's say they got raped or something, or whatever. The person's scarred for life. There's certain things that happen in this life to each and one of us that might scar us. And if we unfortunately get scarred where there's no way of trying to forget that memory, that bad, horrific memory, we try drugs, you know, or drinking, which is sort of almost like a drug, you know, but liquid-wise. But, yeah. We drink, we'll get drunk, we'll get shit-faced, whatever, to try to numb the pain that we're in. Then when it wears off, our pain comes right back, and we get even more depressed to the point where we drink it again. So you're basically getting addicted to it. You know, you start out with weed, for example. It feels good, makes you feel relaxed. You know, I heard it's good for anxiety, things like that. But then eventually it gets to the point where it's not budging anymore. Now I want to try something stronger. Now the person tries cocaine. You know, it's just, they adapt to it. They get addicted to the point where eventually it feels like it's not really doing good for them anymore. Then they go to a higher and higher and higher. And, you know, the list just keeps going. Because eventually when somebody does a drug, the feeling, the highness, whatever you want to call it, doesn't feel high anymore, I guess you could say, because your body pretty much adjusts as it gets used to things. But at the same time, it's destroying your body. But so is the rat race. See, the thing people don't seem to understand, doing drugs is just going to make your life worse. Whatever you're going through now, doing drugs in the long run is not going to make it better. Unless it just takes you 1, 2, 3. But you're going to have more problems, whatever problems it might be. You know, I don't feel like getting into the specific problem, but you're going to have problems. You know, you might OD. But people don't really think of the consequences at that point in view, because they're hurting so bad from whatever they might be suffering through that when they do that certain drug or drink or whatever, It's numbing their pain to the point where they don't feel that discomfort, memory, or feeling, or whatever, depression, whatever. It's currently numb to the point where you don't give a fuck. And another thing is, too, people that want to off themselves sometimes, I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of people do drugs or get really drunk to the point where it gets your brain to like some kind of weird state where you don't give a fuck. You're not thinking clearly to the point where it feels easier to accomplish offing yourself. And I don't recommend that, obviously, but I'm just saying that's what some people do. You know, I hope I don't want to get anyone ideas, but you know, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's crazy. Like, there's a lot of people in this world that are questioning, like, why would someone even get into that situation to begin with, you know? Obviously, drugs aren't going to lead to a good ending. So people question these people, like, why do you even get yourself in that mess? And to an extent, I can understand why people think that way. But what people don't truly know is that person could be in some serious pain. Something tragic could have happened or whatever. That the only way that person could function and cope in this life is being souped up on drugs, or, you know, or drinking. That's why you get alcoholics, for example, drug addicts, because something maybe happened. Maybe they had a bad childhood. Maybe their parents, let's just say, were abusive. Or maybe the parents died young to the point where it messed their life up. I don't know. I mean, I'm just making shit up. But I mean, there's just a whole bunch of reasons why people convert to that, you know? And the thing is, people don't truly understand. I mean, now there's people that do, but a lot of people that don't. And then they say to yourself, what a fool. Look at your life now. You're even more fucked up, which is true. Drugs will, in the long run, ruin you. But the thing is, people aren't thinking clearly. They're just thinking, what could I do to try to numb this pain? I'm in so much pain. I don't want to think about what happened to me in the past or whatever. I'm just, as an example. So I do this certain thing to try to numb it. And plus, it also could be what the way life is too. How life is hard, There's a whole combination of reasons why, It could, let's say with life, how you got to be a sheep every day. People come home from work. They like to drink on a nice hard day's work, Some just like to drink regularly, and that doesn't really consider being an alcoholic. But then you get people to go to the extreme where they keep drinking and try to forget what they got to deal with at work or whatever, or bills, or, It's just life itself is hard, man, And the thing is, everybody's stress level is different. Some people can handle things better than other people, And that's the thing people sometimes forget to acknowledge, you know what I mean? Just that this person says, well, I got through it, doesn't mean it's going to be easy for that person. Now, the thing is, people say things will get better. Now, I agree to some extent and disagree to some extent, because for some people, things do end up turning out better for them. And I'm happy for that. I wish whoever's in deep hell that somehow a miracle does happen, But the thing is, that's not always the case. Not everyone's life's going to turn out better, getting better. Someone could be in a dark hole. They might find their way out of the dark hole. But there also might be somebody in a dark hole that might be stuck forever in a dark hole. And that's the thing. People always say things are going to get better. And that's not always the case, unfortunately. I wish it was the case, but it's not. People just try to put lies into trying to cheer you up. And to some extent, I can understand, they're trying to help you, even though they're really not helping you. But at the same time, they're just trying their best. But get to the truth. Shit ain't gonna get better, Or shit might get better. It depends what situation somebody's in. Somebody's got cancer to the point where they're gonna die. Ain't ever going to get better for that person. That person's going to be depressed to the very end, to the point where if I was that person, I would just want to die like that. Why would I want to be in pain, suffering, seeing myself deteriorate, or whatever the hell, man, It's like people with anxiety. Something. Thank God, me. I mean, I still get it bad. This times I still get some bad flare ups, but I notice I've been managing it a little better. But there are days I still suffer. And truly, what I think helped me improve my anxiety a little was making videos on YouTube, because I felt like when I started making this, when I made this channel, making videos, I started expressing how I feel, and then not feeling alone. There's actually other good-hearted people out here that are watching these videos, and I truly love and appreciate every one of you that understand, like to the point where us, each other don't feel alone. Because, I seen some comments where people say, I thought I was the only crazy one. And thing is, you're not a crazy one. You're thinking this way. You think you're the only one thinking this way. And since that, you think you're crazy. But that's not the case. You're not. But, that I feel, that being said, that I feel possibly helped reduce a little bit of my anxiety, because, me truly helping other people makes me feel good inside, to the point where maybe it's giving me a more positive outcome. I don't know. But thing is, I do truly like to make people laugh. I do truly like to cheer people up. I was always like that. Even when I was a kid, I always used to, I always did some funny shit, Like when I was in school, I admit I was like a class clown. I always had to be the fucking, the idiot, messing around and shit. But, I do truly like to bring joy to people's lives, and I really ask in return the same favor for me, you know what I mean? That's how life should really be. We should all truly just get along, treat each other respectfully, but sadly that's not the case, It's the total opposite. Go, you asshole, the light's green. Beep, beep. Like literally the light just fucking turns green. You're ready to get in a honk on the fucking, like, bunch of animals, man. No one lets you in. You have signals on the car, left, right. You put that on and you say to yourself, what the hell is the sense of even using signals when people still don't even let you get in the lane? They see you have your signal on. Oh, let me speed up. I ain't letting him in, man. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem with humanity, man. We treat each other like complete dirt. Dirt, man. And that's truly why people also could get hooked on drugs. We treat each other like complete shit. We get bullied, or we get picked on, same shit. People belittle other people. And this all adds to an effect of why people can convert to drugs, getting suicidal thoughts, becoming an alcoholic, and so on, so on. The list just keeps going. There's so many reasons why people convert this way that I can't even tell you it all on the video. Because it's literally a whole dictionary of why people possibly choose this path, unfortunately. And it's not a good path, obviously. Some people do recover from it. They go to rehab. They get better. Of course, whatever damage they done to their body, unfortunately, that's permanent. I mean, you could probably get maybe 50, maybe 85% better, but never 100%. Like I know someone that used to do drugs, really bad, heroin, shit, cocaine, whatever, all you could think of. And he finally stopped. But to this day, this person is very out of it. You say hello to this person, like, hey, what's up, bro? Hi. It's like a delay in everything. Makes me wonder how this person even drives. That's the part that's a little freaky. But yeah, I mean, you say hello to a person, whatever. Takes a few seconds to process because everything's fried. Shit's just literally frying your insides, your brain cells. Everything's fried. Well, yeah, I'm not trying to make fun of that, but that's what ends up happening. So truly, don't recommend people do drugs. I mean, if people want to do weed and shit, it's not that bad. I mean, it does kill your brain cell to some extent. Nothing's good. But how you got to think about it is life is bad. I mean, like for a lot of people, it's hard. And a lot of bad things happen to people that they need some kind of way to function. And really, that's not a good way, because in the long run, that's going to screw you up. It's going to screw you up bad, to the point where you could get cancer and just a whole bunch of shit. You know, that's the thing. People don't think clearly when they're at a crazy, they feel like you're at a dead end where there's no hope. It's like with suicide, same thing. People come to a dead end where they feel like the walls are caving in on you. You feel like you're in a room and the walls are going like this and you're going to get squashed, you know? It's a thing. People don't think they just think a certain thing at that specific moment. It's all an emotional feeling, you know? And that's why the person gets hooked on things. And some people regret the decision. Some people regret suicide right when they do it, but then it's too late. Or if they like survived, some of them say, man, as soon as I friggin' jumped over this bridge, I had regrets right away, you know. But some people, on the other hand, will be like, I don't have no regrets. I'll try and do it again if I could, you know. But it's a whole bunch of type of people that have different thoughts. But, you know, but what I'm basically trying to say out of that is we all, like, you know, we don't think clearly at the whole picture and what the risk factors are, because we're just focusing on what we can do currently to get rid of our pain, whatever pain we might be in. And this is why people become alcoholics. You know, they don't think about the long run. Man, if I become an alcoholic, my daughter, you know, or my son or whatever, you don't know what impact you're doing on your kids or just yourself in general. All the health problems you're going to have, possibly fucking up your liver, you know. We don't think about that outcome. We're just thinking about what can we do to numb the pain. And with that being said, what we end up forgetting about, well, I wouldn't say, well, yeah, we're just not thinking clearly. We're trying to numb the pain, but by us numbing the pain, we're causing our bodies more pain in the long run, because those drugs are no good for us. Obviously, you know, it doesn't end well. So now you have the original pain that you tried to numb, and plus the drug pain that your body took a beating from doing, you know, if that makes any sense, which, you know, but yeah, that's the thing, you know, everything's emotion, you know, emotional thing. Some people, when they think they're at a state where I can't take it anymore, then all of a sudden a certain thing happens to the person where something becomes better. So that's why it is true. Sometimes things do become better for some people, but that's not the case for everybody. And that's the thing that kind of irritates me, because people always think, oh, don't think that way, man. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. And that's not true at all. Sometimes there is, but it's not always the case. You know, you might go in a tunnel, for example. There might be another side to get out of. Then you might have a phase rug tunnel, if anyone's familiar with that. That literally you go in this tunnel and there's literally no other side out. It's just one way out, basically, you know. So when they say there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that's not true all the time, unfortunately. But man, this fucking cricket's annoying. I don't know if you hear it on camera. Once you hit, I can't imitate, creak, whatever the fuck. But I gotta hear the shit all fucking night. Yeah. But anyway, probably gonna call it a day there. Yeah. Well, my message basically to people that are doing drugs or thinking about doing drugs, don't do it, man. Whatever pain you might be in, don't do it, because you're just gonna end up in more pain. You know, whatever pain it might be, you know. But if you want to do some weed and shit, go for it. But I wouldn't do that other crazy, you know, needle shit, heroin and all that bullshit. Because that shit ain't going to end well, you know. But, yeah, don't be an alcoholic either, man. I mean, I know that numbs pain and shit, but it's going to be more pain if you fuck up your liver or just whatever in general. That it, you know, there's a lot of things that can go wrong, you know. So, I mean, yeah. I'm not telling no one what to do with their life, but I am trying to look out for people, you know, trying to guide them as best as possible. The sheeples, imagine. But yeah, all kidding aside, man, don't do those shit. Just stick with that weed, man. Stick with the weed. Stick with the, what else? Yeah, I would just say weed, man, and just a little bit of alcohol, but I wouldn't overdo it with that. Anyway, all right, man, I'm gonna call it a day there. Love you all. Take it easy, man.